Here we are with Alexander Gvozdyk, a friend of La Casaca Boxing Club, ex-WBC lightweight champion, now challenger for the WBC interim belt against David Benavidez next July 15th. The fighter that had the best fight up to date against Beterbiev. Welcome to to your house, La Casaca Boxing Club. It's good to see you again, man. How are you
Good
doing?
to see you guys too. My pleasure.
Let's put the fans into perspective, Gopsik. How this fight came around? Were you approached by Tim Benavidez, or how did the pieces fall into place as he was coming up, right, in the
Yeah,
division?
well, basically, look, as I said, I was getting ready for the different event, possibly to fight on Canelo undercard with some decent guy, but I didn't have any names. We never considered David because he was fighting on a weight class lower, and basically the proposal to fight him came out of nowhere, and they just gave me a call, give me this option, and I took it right away. Didn't even think.
That's good to hear. Sorry, they are calling you as a welcoming party, right? To welcome Benavidez to 175. But are you more? I know that you are more than just that, right? But what do you think? Are you more than just a welcoming party for Benavidez? Are you more of a party pooper for him in 175?
Well, I hope to be the party pooper, you know.
Alexander, since you came retirement, how many times you have thought of becoming a world champ again?
Told by who? Was my goal, and finally I get a chance. When I was coming back, this was exactly the reason why I'm coming back. I came back not to fight some ordinary guy or like a mediocre guy. I told you last time that my goal was to fight the best guy. Otherwise, I wouldn't come back. And now this is basically my goal came true, and now I'm fighting the best.
Do you see any similarities in the style or power between Benavides and Beterbiev?
Well, I think they're both completely different fighters,
Mm,
and I mean completely different. But they both are very tough and strong.
I like it. So you had three fights in 2023.
Correct.
You are one of the most active fighters in 175 right now. How important, sorry, it is to maintain yourself active inside the ring as in professional fights.
I think it is important, but it also depends how hard those fights were. In my case, they weren't like really challenging or exhausting fights. It was
Yeah,
three. I mean, two of them was completely easy. One against Bolotnik was okay, but I didn't get any damage in that fight. So I think it was just a right amount of fights which I need to be back to the rails, to get my rhythm back after the 3 year pause.
that's good. And you got three fights in. That's a lot for a 175. That's crazy.
Again, as I'm saying, it wasn't like a super big fight
Yeah,
or super,
yeah.
you know,
It's to put the rust off the steel.
kind of, yeah.
Both in middleweight and in super middleweight, as a boxer, Benavides clearly took advantage of his superior weight and physique. Is in a playing level field now that he's in 175, considering that you are a natural 175, you know? Yeah,
He's not gonna have the size advantage because we were the same size. Physique, we
exactly.
will see who was making the homework better. This guy gonna have a better physique in this fight.
Like it.
Alexander, there are people who say that Benavides is a great fighter, and others that he is overrated. What is your opinion for Benavides?
No, I think he's a great fighter, obviously. But for him, there's another test, another challenge. Same as for me,
Mm.
obviously, and I think he's a great fighter. No question about that. Look, he beats very, very, very good opponents. Very decent guy. I
Okay,
think if he's claiming to be like number one or greatest, he still have to prove a lot. So he not deserved yet to be like somewhere like a close to top numbers in pound for pound. But he has everything to be there, and now he just have to prove it.
Usyk, Lomachenko, Berinchik, Bohachuk, Gvozdyk. It's a great time for Ukraine in boxing. What are your thoughts about it?
Look, I'm happy. I'm happy for my fellow Ukrainians. It's a good in general for Ukrainian boxing and for Ukraine in general, specifically in these challenging times. It's gonna cheer up Ukrainian people. It's gonna give some motivation. It's gonna remind the world about Ukraine in general. Remind the world about Ukrainian problems. Like the more we're gonna show Ukrainian flag on any media, I think it's better for our country in general.
Do you think the constant working with the jab, the doubling, tripling it, together with the good footwork that you already have, can bring problems to Benavidez' style? He's like very like.
That's what I'm hoping for.
It's very, maybe he's not exactly slow. He's not a slow fighter.
He's not slow at all.
Yeah, but he really likes to cut the ring. So maybe that's maybe a similarity, in my opinion, with Beterbiev, that he likes to cut the ring in a very specific way, very aggressive, like. But in preparation for this fight, Alex, do you have you sparred cruiserweights, knowing that Benavidez rehydrates a lot of weight in his last fights?
Yeah, I spar a lot of guys. I spar light heavyweights. I spar cruiserweight. I spar even heavyweights. So yeah, in order to be ready to this kind of fight against Benavidez, you should be able to spar anyone, which I did.
Can you say a name of fighters that you have sparred, just so we have it in our head? The
Let's
guys
say
that you sparred.
Rogava. It's Ukrainian heavyweight.
Again, the name. Sorry.
Sotne Rogava.
Okay.
Georgian Ukrainian, but currently living in Los Angeles. He's a heavyweight. He was my main sparring partner to this fight. I probably did a lot of rounds with him.
Nice.
Where has the preparation been?
And my whole camp I was doing in Oxnard. I mean, basically Camarillo. Our gym is in Oxnard, where basically where I'm living in California, right?
Okay, Alexander, it's a great card with a very good boxer. Do you think the fight will steal the night?
I hope. The main event is a big fight. Davis Martin. We have a co-feature, and this is the goal. To make it exciting, to make people go home satisfied and not regret they bought those tickets.
So coming back to that, right? Coming back to the fact that they're fighting you, a guy from no boxing, no life. It's like he wasn't able to fight Canelo, but he's going to fight you. He's trying to suffice that necessity to fight Canelo in you, knowing that you're part of the team.
Well, probably, maybe this is. I don't even know what is this. I'm not really thinking about it much, but probably this is what their plan to bring some attention, or I don't know. This is basically not my business. I don't really care what he wants to do and who he wants to fight. For me, it's important that I want to fight him. I want to win this guy. This is what matters for me.
Yeah, I love it. Coming back to the Benavidez fight, what probabilities are there for the fight to end before the last bell, in your opinion? Yeah.
Well, listen, it is light heavyweight. Every punch can be the last one. So the probability is, it's the same as soon as somebody's going to land a good punch, it can be over.
I agree.
Getting away from this fight a little, do you think Usyk will defeat Fury again?
Yeah, definitely. I think now he probably gonna stop him.
Ooh.
From KO.
Yeah, KO, TKO, whatever.
It's not decision.
Well, no, KO is not decision. He almost did it in the first fight.
Yeah.
Some people think that he been stolen his KO victory. I mean, I don't know. This is questionable, but there's no question that he just took him apart. I mean, especially the second half of the fight.
I wanna ask you a little bit about that. What do you think about the fight as a whole? I mean, I had to cut my hair because my heart was telling me Usyk needs to win, right? My heart was with Usyk, but my head was telling me Fury is gonna win. So for not following my heart, I had to cut my hair. I had like a long hair, 7 years of long hair, and because of the people, I needed to cut my hair. So I live it like I lived it like a fan. But how do you live that fight?
Listen, Usyk is my friend. I was going for him. I knew his capabilities. I know what he's capable of, basically, and I knew he's gonna win. And I was rooting for him. So basically, what can I say? I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm proud, and my all best words and wishes for him in future.
Love it.
Wow. And the last question, Alexander, how did you see Berenchik with Navarrete?
Well, I think it was I scored in favor to Birinchik, but it was kind of close fight, you know. And honestly, I was thinking he was fighting in a top rank show. We know,
Mhm.
like boxing is always together with money and politics. After the fight was over, and even knowing that Birinchik won the fight, I didn't think they're gonna give him this belt, this victory. But I'm happy for him too. He deserved it. He been working hard for all this time, and now he's a world champion.
That's a great fight from him. So the closing from me and from the channel. What do you think is going to happen next Saturday? This is obviously for the fans, for the
Oh,
cameras.
it's gonna be very exciting, guys.
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
keep it a surprise. It's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. What is in your mind? What is in your mind right now? Coming, it's what, a week, a little
Just
bit
a
more
lot of
than a week.
excitement, you know.
Love
And
it. Love
the
it.
hard job is done, and then we have like a pie on top of the cake. Little cherry, not pie, the cherry on top of the cake.
The cherry on top of the cake. Yeah, exactly, man. Thank you very much. We actually love you, man, for being here a second time. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you again after the fight, man.
All right.
Uh, cheers, bro.
Thank you, Alexander.
Bye bye.